I have a question back on the protein, if that's okay.
Protein. Yeah.
The
Look
protein.
at that.
So,
Here it is.
have you ever heard of it where protein causes loose stools, or it would be something that I'm eating with? I just can't figure out what my problem is.
Okay. I'm just trying to think of scenarios where protein could cause loose stools. I mean, there's definitely a scenario where protein could cause loose stools if you, for example, have a reaction to the proteins from a sensitivity or an allergy standpoint, or if that protein is not healthy, and clean, say, like if it's a conventional, CAFO-fed Kansas burger versus a nice Salt Lake City pasture-fed cow. But then also we can consider protein digestion and absorption. So if your protein, let's go here. So, so protein comes in, goes down the esophagus into the stomach, and the stomach is just a big cauldron of acid, right? So it's hydrochloric acid made by parietal cells, and that acid is the primary protein digester of the GI tract. So if there's an issue with production of your stomach acid, that can lead to maldigestion of the protein or suboptimal digestion of the protein. So then we get that protein hunk, okay, protein. That protein, chunks of that protein are now going to move into the small intestine. And if we call this the small intestine, there will be some proteases in here from the pancreas. There will be brush border enzymes to help digest a little bit. But if you're not getting sufficient digestion from the stomach acid, you're going to be left over with big chunks of protein in here. Oops. And now those chunks of protein will be, hopefully broken down further by digestive enzymes, but likely there's going to be leftover chunks. And then those will need to be quote unquote digested by either the immune system, which will drive inflammation to it, and or your bugs will, eat this and ferment it, and now it's leading to gas, which can drive diarrhea, constipation, gas, bloating, pain, depending on the gas that's made, etc. So you could have loose stools because of protein maldigestion, and they could be SIBO type symptoms, right? Because hey, my bugs are overgrown, or I have all the symptoms of SIBO, but is it really SIBO, or is it your protein maldigestion feeding your normal bugs, and they're just in a more abundant scenario than they should be? Does that make sense?
It
So,
does. And I
so
have a follow-up question for you in just 2 seconds.
okay, go ahead. Oh, she needed me to wait. Okay.
Okay. No. Okay. So my question is, how would I know if I react to all proteins? Is that how I would know that that's potentially the problem? If it doesn't matter whether it's chicken, fish, beef, they're all clean, even if it's a protein shake.
Yeah. Yeah, I would bend more towards a digestion component then, because the likelihood that you're reacting to every single clean protein available seems less likely than some mechanism for digestion of protein, especially if those are all clean that you're taking in.
They're all clean. It's just inconsistent. And so I just, but it was a thought the other day because they're all clean proteins, but it doesn't matter what protein. Some
And you're
days it
getting
reacts and some days it doesn't.
okay. So again, when that happens, and that goes for anything, whether we're talking about protein or a strawberry, or if you have food reactions that are hit or miss and you can't figure it out, and you're like, well, some days the strawberry bothers me, and some days I could eat strawberries all day and I'm fine. Well, that suggests there's not something inherently wrong with the strawberry, right? Because if there were, then you would react to it every time. So then it's, you want to step back and say, is there say a digestion component? So if the protein bothers you today but not tomorrow, then it's probably and it was a burger from the same hunk of meat that you patted all your burgers from, then it's probably not the protein, it's probably something else. And so then you think about the digestive processes as one to rule in or rule out.
Okay, thank you.